When other bands or artists record cover songs, they make a mission to do just that, make an already existing song original.
Hey guys, RanterInShades here, exercising my first amendment rights vlog style. Anyone that knows me at even a cursory glance knows that I listen to a lot of music. A lot of music. A disturbing amount that leads some to question how it's even possible. There are a lot of artists in my collection, with many of them being what I like to call full album artists, or rather than having a small handful of songs from that artist, I have at least one full album of theirs. A good portion of those full album artists also manage to be full discography artists with how much of a completionist I can be, with a number of those artists being bands I aim to be up to date on new releases from. That's how committed I can get to an artist's work and staying on top of new album releases. Within all that content from the artists in my collection, there are a number of cover songs they've recorded that were originally written and recorded by a different artist before them. Cover songs have been a concept in music at least as far back as when sheet music, lyric sheets, and songbooks became readily available to the general public, giving them the ability to perform those songs themselves. The birth of rock and roll was built largely on the back of performances of pre-existing material, and that practice is still commonplace in contemporary music to this day, and will continue to exist as long as the world keeps turning. I've wanted to make a video about my favorite cover songs for about as long as I've been making videos, but there's so much that I think could make for an interesting discussion that the idea always felt daunting. When I was going through all the stuff in my library and making note of the songs not originally written by the artist in question, there was far too much to compact to a single video. So just like I did with Metal Elitists, I decided to create a series centered around this concept that I'm calling the front cover. What I'm going to be doing in this series is making multiple countdowns about cover songs and have them divided based on the band performing the cover, i.e. metal bands, punk bands, etc., and or the style of the song being covered, i.e. rock songs, pop songs, etc., comparing and contrasting between the cover and the original, and even saying whether or not I prefer the cover over the original. I do have some rules for the kinds of songs I'm wanting to talk about in this series. For one, I'm only going to be including one song per artist in a given video, though that won't stop them from potentially appearing on another list in the series. For two, the songs have to be released on a studio album or EP by the band in question. While I might make an exception for a cover song included on a compilation album or a movie soundtrack, what you can definitely be sure of is that I won't be including anything from cover albums such as Renegades by Rage Against the Machine, or tribute albums such as the Vinnie Vincent tribute album Kiss My Ankh. I should mention there are a small few songs from Punk Go's albums I wanted to talk about, but these videos will mostly be containing stuff from studio albums. And what that means is that I won't be including any cover songs that the band only performs live, or any one-off singles that weren't included on an album. I also won't be including anything I've already talked about in my Christmas songs video. Another thing I should mention is that I won't be including any songs from cover bands, or bands largely known for performing covers, since I want the cover song in question to be a standout for the band. So while I have absolutely nothing against these guys, I won't be including anything from Our Last Night, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, or any YouTube cover artists like Leo Maracchioli of Frog Leap Studios, Anthony Vincent of 10 Second Songs, Jonathan Young, etc. So with all the rules I have for this series in place, the question I'm sure you're asking right about now is, what will the first episode of this series be on? In the description of this video, you'll find a link to a poll on my community tab for you to vote on which list you want to see first in this series. I'm thinking the first episode should be a metal-based one, so the options I have in this poll are metal covers of pop/rap songs, metal covers of classic rock songs, and metal covers of metal songs. I'll check back in with the poll in about a week to allow time for enough people to vote, and whichever gets the most votes will be the next video I work on, unless something more pressing comes up, so be sure to vote. And by the way, I know this part of the video will be moot in the future after the poll concludes and the inaugural episode gets made, but I'll probably do more polls for future episodes for this series, so be sure to follow my community tab so you'll be aware of when they go live or when I post something else there, since I have been making more of a point to make use of the community tab, along with Facebook being less of a priority for me these days. While I'm promoting my social media, if you aren't aware, I have a Discord server, the RanterInShades, where I spend a lot of time chilling with friends and viewers alike, sharing music and whatever else is on my mind, and sharing a number of video-related updates. The link is in the description of all my videos from 2020 onward when I first created the server, but I feel like it's something not enough people know about. It's there for anyone interested in joining. Just be sure to follow the vetting procedure and you'll be able to join in on the shenanigans in there. That's all I got for this video. Hope you're excited for this series. It still feels like a pretty daunting endeavor, but I am excited to see what it could become. So be sure to vote in the poll, take care, and have a nice day. I'm Shades, and I'll see you soon.